Everyone thought Apple had already peaked. Like, how many times can you possibly reinvent the iPhone, right? But now, something strange is happening behind the scenes, and it's making tech insiders nervous, Apple fans obsessed, and Samsung quietly worried. Because if the latest leaks are even close to true, the upcoming iPhone Air 2 could be the most important iPhone Apple has launched in years. Not because it's the most powerful, not because it has the craziest camera, but because it's built around one thing Apple is absolutely desperate to win again: desire. The original iPhone Air shocked people with how unbelievably thin it was, but let's be honest, it also came with compromises that nobody wanted. A single rear camera, battery concerns, features missing that cheaper phones already had. People loved the idea of it, but many didn't buy it, and Apple noticed. So now, according to multiple leaks and roadmap rumors, Apple is coming back with a revenge sequel, iPhone Air 2, a phone that isn't just thinner. It's smarter, stronger, brighter, and possibly the one iPhone model that could instantly become the most wanted iPhone on the planet. Here's the crazy part. The iPhone Air 2 isn't just rumored to be an upgraded Air. It's rumored to be Apple's answer to a problem that has been building for years. Smartphone designs are getting boring. Every phone looks the same. Every keynote feels the same. And consumers in premium markets like the US, Canada, UK, Germany, and Australia aren't upgrading as fast as they used to. Apple knows this. So what do you do when people stop feeling excited? You don't release another Pro Max Ultra Titanium Elite, whatever. You release something emotional, something that feels futuristic, something that makes people say, I don't need it, but I need it. That's what the Air series is. It's not just a phone, it's a statement. And with Air 2, Apple may be trying to perfect that formula. Leaks suggest the iPhone Air 2 could launch fall 2026 or possibly slip into spring 2027, depending on how Apple adjusts its release schedule. And even that timing matters. Because if Apple delays it, that usually means one thing: they're not satisfied yet. They're trying to make it feel like a true next-gen device. That's also where the most interesting rumor comes in. Apple may be using a new display technology called CoE OLED, which could make the screen brighter while allowing an even thinner display stack. Now let's translate that into human language. Imagine a phone that's already ridiculously thin, but now the screen itself becomes slimmer and more efficient. That means Apple could do one of two things: make the phone even thinner and flex harder, or use that space for something people actually asked for, the one thing critics kept attacking: more battery. And most insiders think Apple is going for the second option because here's the truth. Thin is cool, but thin without battery is useless. People don't want art. They want art that lasts all day. But if there's one rumor that could change everything for the iPhone Air 2, it's this: Apple may finally add what everyone begged for, a second camera. Specifically an ultra-wide camera. And if you're thinking, that's it, no, this is huge. The first Air model having one camera wasn't just a missing feature, it became a meme. In 2026, people don't just want a camera, they want options. They want cinematic videos. They want social media-ready photos. They want to capture moments without stepping back a mile just to fit everyone in the shot. And Apple knows ultra-wide isn't optional anymore. So if Air 2 brings a dual camera system, it instantly goes from nice but limited to wait, this might actually be my next phone. Now let's talk about design, because the design is the reason this phone exists. The whole point of the iPhone Air series is to be the iPhone you feel before you even use. Like when you pick it up and you're shocked by how light it is. You slide it into a pocket and it feels like it disappears. That's the Air experience. And Apple is obsessed with making products feel magical. But what happens when magic is challenged by physics? Heat, performance, battery. That's why rumors also mention Apple possibly improving thermal management. Some leaks even talk about advanced cooling systems like vapor chamber cooling in other models. The point is, Apple may have learned from the first Air. You can't just make a phone thinner. You have to make it thinner without making it weaker. And if Apple nails that, the iPhone Air 2 becomes the luxury iPhone for people who don't want a brick in their hands. Think about it. Pro Max phones are massive. They're heavy. They're powerful, sure, but not everyone wants to carry a mini tablet everywhere. The Air 2 could become the perfect iPhone for people who want a premium experience without the bulk, especially in the US market, where people want sleek and premium but still practical. And here's where the Air 2 could become genius. It might not be the most expensive iPhone, but it could become the most attractive. Another rumor that's making Apple fans go crazy is price strategy. Some reports suggest Apple may consider pricing adjustments, possibly making the Air 2 more appealing after the first model faced criticism for being pricey while still lacking certain premium features. That means Apple might do something rare, make a premium-feeling iPhone more competitive. And if the Air 2 lands in that sweet spot, sleek design, premium build, better battery, dual cameras, and a slightly more attractive price, it could become one of the easiest iPhones to recommend. Now let's talk about the real reason this phone could go viral. Apple is reportedly working on a future iPhone roadmap that includes foldables and new form factors. That means Air 2 isn't just another model. It could be part of Apple's transition era, like a bridge between today's iPhone and the iPhone of the future. And that's why the Air 2 matters so much. It might be Apple testing materials, battery stacking, display tech, and ultra-thin design engineering that later influences foldable iPhones and next-gen devices. So when you buy Air 2, you're not just buying a phone, you're buying Apple's next direction. Here's the psychological secret. People don't upgrade because they need to anymore. They upgrade when it feels exciting again. And the Air 2 could be the iPhone that makes upgrading feel exciting. Not by adding a million nerdy specs, but by changing the feel of the entire device. That's why the Air 2 is being talked about like a status iPhone. It's an iPhone designed to be seen, to be held, to be shown off. That thin silhouette, that clean aesthetic, that's not accidental. Apple knows exactly how luxury works. It's not about how much you can add. It's about how much you can remove and still keep it premium. And now imagine this. You're in a coffee shop, someone pulls out an iPhone Air 2, and it looks unreal, like a prototype, like it from 2030. That is the kind of product that triggers hype automatically. That creates TikToks. That creates viral shorts. That creates, wait, what phone is that? Moments. Apple doesn't just sell devices, they sell moments. And the Air 2 could be built to manufacture those moments at scale. So the question isn't, will the iPhone Air 2 be good? The question is, will Apple deliver the Air concept without compromises? Because if they do, Air 2 could become the most popular iPhone in its category. The iPhone for people who are tired of bulky phones. The iPhone for minimalists. The iPhone for creators who want sleekness and camera versatility. The iPhone for luxury buyers who care about design more than benchmark scores. And honestly, that market is bigger than people think.